On this side of the law, on that side of the law, who is right?
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Law Talk, common answers to your legal questions. I'm Mark, the attorney Judson.
Jonathan, Law Dawg, 5-0 from the marshes of Cameron Parish.
To the courtrooms of Calcasieu. This is Law Talk. Law Dawg. Today we're talking about buying land, and we ought to make sure that it's not dirty.
Dirty meaning comes with judgments or liens or...
It's not clean. Not clean. So when we say land, the title is not clean. We don't have good title or clean title. What do we mean?
I mean, it's been in the basement and has dust on it.
Well, no, that's not it.
No.
Try again.
I would assume there's no liens on it. No.
Yeah. Clean title means there's no liens, mortgages, judgments, things attached to the ownership of the property that would render it non-merchantable, that'll render it non-desirable to have. It's damaged goods. We don't want damaged property.
Trust me, I dated her.
Yes, well, we're talking about liens, mortgages, and judgments against land. So let's talk about how does land get dirty, right? So any landowner, whether if you own 1% or 90% or 100%, any landowner who gets a judgment against them, so they fail to pay a credit card debt, they fail to pay a bank loan, they default on a car loan, a judgment is obtained against them for $1,000, $5,000, $50,000, they fail to pay the IRS, they fail to pay the Louisiana Department of Revenue, they fail to pay somebody and a judgment is obtained against them, all judgments serve as a judicial mortgage. A judicial mortgage, it means that it is an automatic lien and it attaches to the property. Why is that bad?
Hypothetical.
Yeah.
Some people are going to inherit the property and one of those heirs has a judgment against them.
Right.
When they inherit, so that property then has a judgment against it?
Yes.
Does it have is the judgment only towards that person portion? In other words, it's 8 heirs, is only 1/8 of the property mortgaged?
If the decedent had done a will and left a particular tract of land to that person, yes.
But if it's undivided?
If it's undivided land, it affects everybody because that 1/8, if it's undivided, it means that one heir owned 1/8 of every square foot of all the property that the decedent owned.
So the mortgage holder or the judgment holder could sell the whole thing?
They can foreclose and they can force a sale, yes.
But they can only collect 1/8.
They can only collect 1/8.
They can sell the whole thing.
They can sell the whole thing.
That's what a dirty means.
Before a succession is done, and before any land is purchased, before any land is transferred, before someone acquires new ownership of land, they need to do a title search. They need to run the names of all of the people who either own it right now or who potentially own it to make sure that there are no mortgage judgments or liens against them. If there is, it's going to attach to the land. It's going to allow the creditor the opportunity to foreclose on the land. It's going to ruin everybody's day.
Wow. Yeah, that would.
So we want to make sure no mortgages, no judgments, no liens. And how are we going to find that out? How are we going to find out if they have mortgages?
I know judgments are on file at the parish. They're filed at the parish. I know the IRS files liens all around the world. And even in there are certain cities they file the liens again. But I think it's public record.
Right. And that's what a title search is all about. So we're going to hire a knowledgeable real estate professional, probably a real estate attorney, to coordinate a title search. They're going to hire an abstractor, or they're going to do the abstracting themselves. They're going to go to the courthouse, or they're going to review the public records online. They're going to review every piece of real estate, public record that pertains to that property. And they're going to see if there's any mortgages or judgments or liens. And they're going to run the names of all potential owners, right? And they want to make sure that none of them are going to attach. If they have none, then you've got merchantable title, good title, or clean title, right? So we want to avoid dirty title. So before you come into property, whether by inheritance or whether by purchase or donation, or however, you want to make sure that the title to the land is good. You want to make sure that it's clean title and not dirty.
And that you're not going to be co-owners with somebody with a judgment.
That's right, because they just dirtied up your own.
Dirty the land.
It's like getting in a bathtub of water or somebody went ahead of you and they were really, really dirty. You want clean bathwater. That's a weird example.
That's a weird example, but I was thinking more like the land is polluted. But,
Right. I'm thinking bathwater. Well, looks like we're taking a bath on this segment. Probably time to wrap.
yeah, it's gotten too dirty for me.
All right, it's gotten too dirty. Always make sure that your title to your property is good. Make sure that none of the owners, none of the sellers, none of the potential owners have mortgages, judgments, or liens against you. That's going to do it for this episode of Law Talk. I'm Mark Judson.
Jonathan Law Dawg, find out.
Join us next time. If you have a legal question, go to the website. It's below. Email us. Talk to us. We're glad to try to field your legal questions. Meanwhile, tune in next time for the next exciting episode of Law Talk.